it's interesting hearing about the transition that you made, because I feel like most people that have the chops to be in the financial industry kind of have this goal of moving up the corporate ladder and, doing some big things in the space of finance. And so I'm curious if that was originally like your thought or your plan, or what that looked like, because I don't know that people, make a decision. Most people, I would imagine, it's not like they are growing up as a kid and they're like, yeah, I want to get into nonprofit, or yeah, I want to help rescue kids. And I love that you have, but I'm curious how that happened and kind of what your original plan was, and then what it was that captured your attention here.
Well, I think a lot of us have a passion to want to do something to change the world, right? And having that passion is just an inkling of what it takes to actually be successful. The NGO world, let me tell you, is incredibly difficult. You've got your donors who you have to make happy, and then you've got to communicate so well with them, right? Because they're the ones who are empowering you to do the work. And then you've got the people on the ground who you have to help and provide excellent services to, and be really thoughtful about what you're doing. And so you've always got this tension, but also a lot of work to make that really, work well. And so I would say, when coming from the corporate world, it was a wake-up call to how hard it is to succeed in the NGO world and how to do it well. For myself personally, yeah, I think everyone wants to be successful, right? No matter what you're doing. And I think it was wonderful to be able to employ a lot of some of the things that I'm good at in an area where success is people's lives, and being able to be able to save people's lives through that success. And I mean, please don't make me think I'm no one special. Just so you know that it's just great to work for a great organization who's doing that well. And I think we have quite a great corporate mindset for excellence, so it helps with that too.
Well, I think the children and the women who are kind of trapped in this, sex slaving or labor slaving would feel otherwise, that you are someone special because you're rescuing, you're helping, you're spending your time rescuing innocent children and innocent people. And so I'm just so impressed with everyone I've ever met at Love Justice. And I'm impressed with the content that you create and what you do to educate the marketplace. But I'd love for you to share some information. I think most people probably have no realization, or very little realization, of what's really going on in the world, even in their own home country, even here for many of us listening in the United States. I know we've got a lot of people watching and listening from all across the globe. But in your home country, sometimes there's this bias, like, oh, it's happening everywhere else, but it's not happening here. And I'd love for you to share just some of the raw stats or info so people can know how problematic this is, and how how it's much bigger of a issue than what most people realize.
Yeah, I think, when people often talk about human trafficking, they think about the sensational kind of stories that they've heard. It's the Liam Neeson movie, right? Which ends well for the good guys. And it's the documentary maybe they saw, and typically we find that those documentaries usually tend to steer towards sex trafficking, and that's because it is horrific. It's an horrific crime, and it causes irreparable damage to people. And so when we tend to think that most people gravitate, especially in the developed world, towards sex trafficking, but actually is a plethora of different kinds of trafficking, and each country has different forms of trafficking within it. There's some countries where kids are forced into labor a lot, and that's a lot of Asia. South Asia in particular has a lot of that. We see it sort of in West Africa as well, sort of child labor trafficking, domestic servitude of women in particular. That I've seen that a lot in sort of the Eastern Africa countries. and everything all the way across to organ harvesting. Not that we see that too much in our line of work, because we're trying to get them prior to exploitation. But every country is different. Let me just be clear that I would say in every country that I know of, sex trafficking is prevalent, simply because there's a demand for it. There's a demand for those sex services. But every country is different, and to be honest, it actually is often in the areas that we least expect, and sometimes in even the nice suburbs that people live in, these things are going on. And so definitely it is prevalent across the world. It's probably more prevalent than we think it is, and it definitely is more than likely near to a lot of people as well.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like prior to learning about your organization, I think part of me just didn't want to believe that this stuff was really going on. Part of me didn't want to recognize that there are people in this world that could even do that sort of thing. But really getting involved and learning more and being part of the organization, my eyes have just been opened